everyone, and welcome to week 1 of HSP108 What is Policing? This is your first mini lecture for What is Policing, and you'll have to excuse me, I'm reading off the slides on my desk, which means I'm going to be looking over this way quite a lot. I just want to take a moment to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land that we're meeting on here today. Even though I understand that you're technically not here, it's very important for me to acknowledge Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. They always feature a lot in the research that I do on policing and criminal justice systems, and they continue to be massively overrepresented in policing statistics and criminal justice statistics. They've survived invasion and dispossession, and they continue to somehow maintain their identity under those circumstances. I really genuinely am very passionate about the rights of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples, and you'll hear me bang on about this quite a lot because I think it's a significant issue. In fact, it's what I would call a state of emergency issue here in Australia for us at the moment. Okay, so introducing you to the unit, I'm going to just quickly talk about where I'm situated and how to get in touch with me. I prefer if you email me in the first instance. I am pretty much contactable every single day when I'm on email. You should get a reply from me in 48 hours. If you don't get a reply from me in that time, follow up because it usually means I haven't got it. Please use your UTAS email. I tend not, no, in fact, I've never got a Yahoo email or a Hotmail email from anybody. They just don't get through our firewall systems. So if you want to get in touch with me, if you want to talk to me or anything like that, just send me an email. And we can arrange a face-to-face time or we can just discuss stuff via email. Of course, I'll be seeing you in the lectorials if you want to come along on a weekly basis. Just so you know, my office is in the Social Science building in room 534, so it's level 5 on the Social Sciences building. A little bit of background about me. I do research around LGBTI people and policing and criminal justice systems, and young people and policing and criminal justice systems. These are my two main area of focus, I suppose. In my spare time, I'm totally obsessed with punk music. I really love it. I also do dirt bike riding. I spend time with my family. I run, I swim, and I do research, which is my other favourite thing to do in the whole wide world. There's a whole bunch of information about me up online if you want to Google me and find out about it. I want to give you a moment, if possible, to quickly introduce yourselves online in the discussion board. If you haven't already done this, get on there and tell me about what your name is, what made you choose the course that you're enrolled in and this particular unit in that particular course. Why did you want to do What is Policing? Tell us all about it. Tell us where you're from. All of that sort of stuff. So in terms of what we're studying, obviously we're looking at the contemporary nature of policing. You learn about the histories, the governance, the theories, the processes involved in policing work, how do police interact with the courts, how do police do investigations work, all of those types of stuff. We have a very particular teaching approach which is mostly online for What is Policing. We've got the mini lectures, a few little interviews that I'm hoping to do that you need to watch every week. You need to read through the online content on the Milo site. Do those little e-activities that I've put up. I'll also put up some practice quiz questions for you so that you can get a sense of what it's like to do a quiz and all of that sort of stuff as well. I'll make sure that I have little assessment videos as well so that it's separate from this, and I'll actually talk through the assessments for you and you can get a better sense of what that's all about. So you work through the online activities and the readings. You do your online discussion each week. That's participation. So we're not focused on the content of what you're talking about. It's more about being able to give you some feedback on how you write so that you get better with your writing over time. So please don't stress about the discussion board. It's supposed to be very simple. Do as little, as fewer words as possible. We're looking at absolute maximum 200 words per week, okay? And of course, you need to do the assessment, the other assessment, and I'll keep you up to date about what you need to do each week. So over the semester, we'll look at the histories, the governance, the theories and the models, police powers and duties, police discretion, integrity, ethics and misconduct, police investigation, police interviewing, police in the courts, police and victims of crime, and we'll look hopefully towards the end at the current issues. What are the current issues? And I'd really like to think that I could get sort of a panel of people talking about that in some little interviews that I record ahead of time. So your main resources, there's people playing soccer outside, hopefully you can't hear that. The main resources for this unit are definitely number one, the Milo site, the notices that we send out. As I said in your welcome thing, keep your eye on these because I use them every week. You'll also be sent some emails every week about what this unit, what we're doing every week in the unit. I'd like to hope that eventually I'll have a study schedule up online. I'm doing my very best to make that look pretty at the moment. So, watch this space. If you don't end up getting one online, I apologise because I just haven't done it and I've instead thrown my computer out the window. You'll have the mini lecture slides, so this particular lecture will have slides that I put up there for you, and you'll have the mini lecture recordings that I put up there for you as well. You'll have a reading each week that I put up for you to do, and hopefully some online videos and things like that to get you thinking a little bit more about the issues. I'll also, as I think I've mentioned, maybe I will record a little video about the assessment for you so that you know exactly what you need to do. Now, this is no different to the information I provide you online with. It's just basically me talking through that information, and some people find that useful. Okay, so I'm going to very quickly talk through the assessment for this unit. And when I say quickly, I mean quickly, because you will have a whole video about each of these things. There's 3 items in total for assessment for this unit. Number 1 is 2 multiple choice quizzes. One in week 7, at the end of week 7, it'll be due probably on maybe on the Sunday rather than the Friday. And then one in week 13, also due on the Sunday. These will be based on your readings. They do not come from anywhere else. So you can guarantee that you will find the answers to these quiz questions in your readings if you've done them. Each of the quizzes, so there's 2 quizzes and each quiz has 20 questions. It'll be very, very simple. And the questions will be randomly drawn from a pool of a whole bunch of different questions that I've created about each of the readings. The 2 quizzes in total are worth 40% for your overall assessment total for this unit. And in the lecture slides, I've got this nice little picture here. There, wow, this is completely opposite to the way it always is. There it is. It gives you an example of what the questions look like in your online quiz. And I'm going to put up a little practice quiz for you about referencing so that you can use it and get a feel of what it's like and all of that sort of stuff, just so you know, and it's not like totally freaking you out on the day. Okay, so the second assignment that you need to do is your case analysis. Now, this is due towards the end of semester, so you've got heaps and heaps of time to work on it. This doesn't mean that we're going to be looking at drafts or anything like that. Your discussion board is where you get to practice writing and we give you feedback about how your writing's going, okay? So the case analysis is due week 11. Again, it's actually due on the Friday and it's due to be uploaded by midnight because I understand that you guys have probably all got jobs and you need to work around the clock to keep yourself in school. So I've made it midnight to give you the most possible time. It's 1,500 words and it's worth 40% of your overall grade. Now, what you need to do is you need to find an example of a police interview and analyse it in terms of how it went wrong. And this can be anything. It can be a police interview that you find on YouTube, or it can be a police interview that you've seen in a TV show or a movie or whatever. It can be a police interview that you've seen described in your favourite crime fiction novel. Be creative. Think outside the box here. Don't go and do like some sort of interrogative interview with your friends. That's probably not the most ethical thing in the world. But, think broadly. Be creative. TV shows, books, anything really. It just needs to be fictional. And it can be from anywhere in the world. It doesn't have to be from Australia. You need to draw on your readings that you've done in the unit. And of course, do a bit more reading about how police interviews should work and what they should look like using the library databases and Google Scholar and stuff like that. So that's the case analysis, and I'll give you way more information about that over the next couple of weeks. Then, of course, number 3 is your online participation in discussion forums, and I've talked about this already a little bit. No more than 200 words. You just basically read, research topics that I put up there, and put no more than 200 words in your weekly discussion topic. Week 1 is basically introducing yourself. It's not included. Week 13 is going to be feedback on the unit. It's not included, okay? It's worth 20% of your weighting overall for the unit, and we'll provide feedback on a weekly basis for you so that you know what you're doing well and what needs improvement and all of that sort of stuff. That's pretty much it for now, guys. If you've got any questions, please don't hesitate to email me. I'll be doing the videos for assessment as soon as I possibly find another free moment that's hopefully not on a Saturday night, which is when I'm recording this. Woot! Okay, I shall leave it there, and I'll chat to you all again really soon. See you later.